So, should I just go?
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's working. I won't have any audio, but I can... I remember what the songs sound like.
Yeah, you've probably heard them a fair few times.
Yeah. So, you haven't got Zone 3 unlocked here, but you have reached Zone 3 in all zones.
Yeah, I've reached Zone 3 before. It was back when it was still in the beta stuff.
Oh, okay, so it reset your progress then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Either reset my progress or I uninstalled it at some point and did not cloud save it.
Right. I've not played much all stages mode, so I don't know how that's meant to work in relation to the normal game mode.
The only difference, I believe, is that it's just everything's unlocked, but you start with 3 health all times, and you don't collect any diamonds.
I played the daily challenge, but
it's basically a daily challenge.
You're right, but infinitely repeatable and random seeds rather than a set seed.
It's basically just like turning on, well, going through any level in Splunky or booting up NetHack or something like that.
Yeah.
It just randomly generates a whole set. And I did quite bad for this first level, just took an immediate bit of damage.
Do you often try for those secret rooms to see if you can pick anything up in them?
You mean the ones between different walls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do often, but only if I can tell where they are.
Yeah.
Usually the game gives pretty good clues. I don't know what this thing actually does. It's been a while since I've played, so I'm just gonna buy it. Alright.
You can't say stuff like that because remember I'm viewing a delayed
It was the Vinger phasing.
Yes, yeah. And that's the teleportation crown that's also in that shop, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember not liking that item.
Right. By secret rooms, I was also talking about the walls with like dark circles in them, the ones that teleport you to like puzzle rooms.
Those ones.
Yeah.
I don't usually try my chances with them. I never find that, or at least in all levels mode, I never find I do too well in them. There was one I beat earlier, but that's about it.
Yeah, you have to. You're often learning how to fight the bosses one boss at a time, so when you go into one of those rooms and it throws 2 different bosses at you at the same time, then it's hard to...
It just fucks you up immediately.
Yeah. I have to say I'm not a huge fan of the ringer phasing, just because it throws my rhythm off not being able to skip a beat by digging.
Well, it threw me off because... I would have gone into the wall, either way. There's one thing I don't like about this game. And that's every single time I boot it up, it seems to forget whatever controller instructions I put into it every single time. So I just have to relearn the really crappy base ones every single time. Or remap more.
Why are you seeing black skeletons in 1-1?
Oh, that's another thing that that all levels mode does. I think it makes it generally a bit more difficult.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, in the normal game you don't usually see black skeletons until 1-3. Maybe even the 2s.
In all levels mode before now, I've seen in 1-1 black skeleton. You know, like the monster closet sort of things you get between walls.
Oh yes.
I've seen all black skeleton versions of those.
Wow. Okay. Usually it's just bats in the story mode.
Yeah, usually it is something really easy, but gotta say I like it when it's all black skeletons that appear in there because that's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Although in all levels mode, surely at some point you run out of things to spend money on.
Yeah, but the early game, it's nice to pick up all the money you can just to get things rolling.
Yeah, I suppose. No, oh no, I'm okay. I was going to say that I thought the sunglasses showed you where all of the hidden items were, but then I realised it was the monocle. I was wondering why you couldn't see what item was inside that barrel.
Yeah, there's a few items that can allow you to see inside the barrels, I think. I've picked up a few since picking this game back up recently. Or today, recently. But, yeah. There's a load of new torches that I've never seen before. Like the one I've got now.
Yes, yeah, oh, is the one you have now the multiplier-based one, or is it...
It's the trap site and, +1 vision one.
Oh, okay. Because there's also the one that you can use as a weapon if you destroy torches on the wall. There, yeah, there's the multiplier-based one. I can't remember exactly which. I usually just go with the basic torch setup because, for the most part, you can avoid traps pretty easily if you're just careful.
Yeah, I find that traps never really ever kill me in this game.
Why didn't you go for the spear?
I'm going back for it.
Oh, okay.
Or, in fact, with what I just picked up, it doesn't matter. I can go back and not care about my money because it's not a coupon.
Oh yes, I see. I've never got a coupon in all of my. Maybe that's another thing that's particular to all levels mode because I've not once found a coupon in the story mode.
I never knew you were even in the game. You must be a recent addition. I'm not even sure it does give you a free item. Yep, seems like it does. But I'm thankful to have that sphere because, good god, the big issue with all levels mode is everything's a bit more difficult and you still start out with the crappy knife.
Yeah.
By the way, whoever uses the throw knife function in this game...
Throw knife can be really useful in some situations.
I've never seen a chance to use it, or at least never thought to use it.
If you're about to pick up if you start with the knife and you're about to pick up a new weapon and you got into a situation where you've been kind of avoiding enemies and they're ganging up on you, then it's entirely a good idea to throw the knife away as an attack before picking up the new weapon. And also,
yes,
if you're going to be fighting in an area where you pick up the new weapon, you don't want the knife to be on the ground and for you to accidentally pick the knife back up while walking around that area. So you can also use the throw knife to just get the knife out of your general vicinity so you don't have to worry about re-using it as a weapon.
Seems super situational to me though.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something that you're going to use very rarely, but it's still nice to have it as an option. Do you not get diamonds in all level mode?
No. Whenever you break a wall that would usually have a diamond inside of it, it will give you a just 25 gold instead.
So there's no way to get the persistent upgrades or new items using this mode? Okay.
Nah. But luckily, if you only use this mode like I do, instead of having to unlock things, you just kind of have them all unlocked every single time you play. Like, everything is in the pool at all times.
Okay.
It's more of a proper roguelike sort of experience this way.
See, I have my reservations about roguelikes. I love rhythm games, not so big on the roguelike aspect. So the fact that you can play Crypt of the Necrodancer in such a way where you only have to worry about being good at the rhythm aspect is fine by me.
I've always been a sucker for roguelike elements. I think I always will be.
They're very easy elements to get badly wrong, though.
I feel this game does a pretty good job of them. So.
Oh no, yeah, this game does a fantastic job of being a roguelike-like. If you want to go down the rabbit hole of roguelikes being a dumb bullshit genre.
Hey man, roguelikes are legit. Don't you mess with them. I think you insult my favourite genre. But man, I'm doing really bad with timing here. Yeah, I kind of agree. Most games do a really crappy job of actually implementing features that are fun to have as a roguelike.
Yeah, no, even the critically lauded newer roguelike games have fallen into the trap of being bad about some of their roguelike elements.
Which ones?
Like, I'd say Dungeons of Dreadmore is definitely one of them, Faster Than Light is definitely one of them. Like,
oh yeah, FTL is not really a roguelike, it's a... Well, there's a slight chance you'll win, like, more than the roguelike.
Yeah, no, yeah, that a lot of people seem to say... They go into designing a roguelike thinking, well, roguelikes are notoriously hard, so what we're going to do to make our game like a roguelike is make it very hard to win. Even if you do well at it, you can just not win at the final stage because it's incredibly hard.
It's not the case of it's incredibly hard that can make you not win the final stage, just because, well, you didn't get any good drops at all in this run, so you've kind of fucked.
Well,
like,
there's no
possible to just be guaranteed a loss.
There's no worse feeling than going through a game like FTL thinking you've done really well and you've got a load of good drops, doing well in all of the encounters up to the final boss fight, and then the final boss fight completely creaming you.
I think there's one worse feeling than that, and that's having wasted your time for about an hour hoping to get the one good drop near the end of the game and not getting it. Hey, I like this new torch that just picked up already.
Is that the attack torch?
Yeah.
Yeah. That becomes incredibly useful in later levels when the enemy density gets a lot higher. Was never a big fan of shrines either. I rarely ever use the shrines.
But yeah, I always, like, in roguelikes, any sort of game with random bullshit things like shrines, I always just do them out of, I do them out of habit, just because it adds some random shit to the game.
I can see that, like, yeah, in a net hack sort of scenario, I would never abide the mystery of leaving something like that untouched, but if I'm playing Crypt of the Necrodancer like a rhythm game, I don't want to like touch a, say, war shrine and then suddenly have like better items but then a lot more enemies around me. I'd rather just get on with playing the game.
I find the war shrine isn't that bad in this game. The only really bad shrine is the one that forces you to stay on beat at all times. That one's horrendous.
What does that shrine give you as a positive?
I think you do more damage, like you get some benefits if you stay on beat, but I've never managed to stay on beat once it started.
Yeah.
Just the pressure, I crumble under it.
How are you at rhythm games in general?
If I'm just sat here on my own, playing this game, not trying to talk at the same time, I'm usually pretty damn good at this. I've gone like multiple level stints without breaking the actual combo I had, or not combo,
Multiplier.
yeah, the multiplier. Now this is a weapon. This is a good start already. But yeah. For now, I've been able to go quite a few levels without breaking multiplier. Although I don't honestly play many rhythm games, it's just this one.
So yeah, I'm a massive rhythm game fan. Tell me about a rhythm game that's coming up, and I will jump on that chance. In fact, that's how I found out about Crypt the Necrodancer. One of my friends was like, "Hey, you'll play any rhythm game, right? Well, here's a rhythm game. Jump on." It is sort of meant as an insult when they say it because they hate rhythm games, but they knew they were doing me a favour.
That thing that I just passed up buying in the shop.
I've never seen that ring before.
I've seen it a few times and I have no idea what it does. I picked it up once, had no clue what was happening with it. It didn't give me any hint what it was supposed to be doing.
I'm starting to wonder if there are items that are exclusive to all levels mode, because I've exhausted all of the unlock shops, bought every item.
Maybe that is the case then.
And I've never seen that ring.
It just seems to claim that as a unknown effect. But I can't verify what an unknown effect is because it's unknown. The game never fucking tells you. But yeah. There might well be items that are only in all level mode, so that maybe gives you an incentive to try it.
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, I play the daily challenges occasionally, but I'm at the moment I'm much more interested in beating the story mode. But the final challenges of the story modes are quite a task. I'm not sure if I'll ever actually get round to beating the final character's story.
You know what, I really want that golden sword in the shop, but 313 gold on the first level is horrendous.
And I'm a huge fan of rapiers, and having a multiplier based. I understand you're in a situation where your multiplier isn't as useful, but in a run where I'm just completely in control of what I'm doing, like an obsidian rapier is probably the best weapon I could ever hope for.
Yeah, I'd usually consider the rapier of any kind the best weapon to have.
You can one-shot the early bosses with a fully charged up obsidian rapier, so
you can one-shot pretty much everything I've encountered so far of the fully charged rapier.
Yeah.
By the way, the phasing dagger. That's a new one as well.
Yes, I avoid the phasing dagger because it's gotten me killed several times when I've been playing. Just because I expect it to work a different way than it actually does.
What does it actually do? I've never picked it up. I've just seen it.
It's like teleports you to like through enemies when you attack them. It's hard to describe. It's one of those things that throws me off my established rhythm, and I just can't cope with it.
So it's like the Vapier in that you leap forward when you attack, but instead of being one tile away, you are exactly on the tile.
It works kind of like the gun, but not, or the bow, but not keeping you at range.
I'm not sure I've ever seen the gun.
The gun is fantastic. Well, all of the guns are fantastic in their own way, but the rifle especially is so much fun to play around with.
I know the bow's great, and I've destroyed some things with the bow before.
Yeah. I imagine in all levels mode they deliberately keep the bows and the guns from appearing in rotation until you get much further into the dungeons, just to stop you from breaking the run wide open.
Nah, I've had a. I've pretty much, after getting used to the first area of the game, I've pretty much only ever played all levels mode, and before now I've had the really good bow at least.
The non-crossbow bow, the one where you don't have to reload it.
Yeah, I've had that on the first level before. It was ridiculous.
But you've not had the blunderbuss or the rifle.
Nah. Unfortunately not. Gotta say, I love the big enemies in this. This big walking sacks of cash.
Especially when they're big enemies that aren't usually challenging anyway.
Yeah.
Now, do you not ever get tempted to use those traps to just skip levels if you're playing in all levels mode?
Nah. Who knows, I might find something super useful.
I suppose you do have cheese in pockets, so
there's no risk at all to me. And I've not taken any damage at all yet, so I should be good.
Oh, I imagine you also don't have the chance to unlock new characters for the hub either in all levels mode.
No, basically, I don't think there's any unlocks in all levels mode.
It doesn't seem like a great place to start then.
Nah, not really.
But you're just doing it out of roguelike habit then.
Yeah, it's... I think I'll get really bored of the game if I played it in the Get fucked, Red Dragon. I think I might actually one-shot boss here.
Rift!
Have you fought all of the bosses yet?
I fought all the ones in the beta.
Right, so you haven't fought the new one.
What's the new one called?
Coral Rift.
What, fighting him right now.
Oh, right, okay. Ah, yes, yeah. I'll be honest, I think Coral Rift is an extremely easy boss.
He seems it so far.
Compared to Deep Blue.
Which one's Deep Blue again?
The chess one.
I think I killed Deep Blue super easily on my first try.
Deep Blue can be easy to kill, but sometimes one of the pieces just sneaks up on you and then you panic.
But this time he seemed more
I
excited.
think the only one that's killed
He said
me
he'd
has
found it,
been
some great treasure.
the Congo one, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
super easy, really, but it's just a beat.
Yeah, you have to remember to stay on the beat because otherwise that gorilla just really hates you.
I had to find him.
Like, when I'm in the middle of a boss fight, I'm never paying attention to the beat. Never. By the way, I'd like to point out, still not taking any damage, just... Oh, speak too soon. Literally, as I say it, I don't even... Oh, it's these stupid vomiting, mushrooms.
Yeah, you have to give those mushrooms a really wide berth.
Well, so much for the cheese. I just realised I've got like 473 gold.
Yeah, you've not been buying much.
I've not needed much, I've got such an amazing set of items already. The only thing I need is armour. Like, this run, outside of that stupid damage I just took because I forgot the mushrooms exist, has gone swimmingly.
I liked you buying the shovel and then deciding against it.
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't want to be taking damage. Dig for anything? So what? I don't care.
I don't think I've ever taken damage while using the blood shovel though. I think it only does damage if you try to dig through things that it normally couldn't dig through, like the gold walls.
I might have to look into using it more often then.
Or it could have been that I was wearing armor that was just absorbing the damage.
Maybe. I've got a dragon again. You know what? Your strategy for beating the red dragon? I don't know why the fuck I never thought of that before.
Well, just
don't stand on the grid side.
Yeah,
It's super obvious. I never noticed that it was only a 2D sprite before. I never thought like that. I was like, he wouldn't do that, would they? That's too much of a dick move. Super clever. I gotta give them that.
yeah. I'm trying to think of what my what the hardest mini boss is for me. I think it might be. It's a tough one. I think it might actually be the blue dragon, just because in the levels where the blue dragon will turn up, you're fighting so many enemies alongside it that it's kind of hard to position yourself right around it.
I think I've only ever seen 2 blue dragons before.
Yeah, it'd
Like,
be pretty
not
cruel
often.
for them to throw them in early in this mode. Because
You can see them. You do see them in the ice levels, and if
yeah,
you go into
definitely.
if you go into the stupid chance rooms, that you
Oh,
can,
there's that bow.
Yep, not gonna take it. Got the best weapon in the game already.
But the bow is ranged.
But I won't remember to reload it, and then I'll die. Unless
Why
it's-
didn't you buy boots?
I
You don't have boots at the moment.
thought there was a downside to those boots.
I thought those were just the boots that let you hover over traps.
Going back for them as we speak. Then.
I doubt any of the boots really have a downside to them, other than the boots that damage you as you walk.
They exist. I've never seen them.
They have some sort of really good upside, but yeah, there was a pair of boots that did damage in certain conditions.
I remember what the downside to these are. I think you can't pick up some items on the floor. Or at least.
Oh
that's-
right, okay.
I'm not sure if it's still the case in this version. I remember them being really annoying, like if there was food in the floor you couldn't pick up or something like that.
I don't remember that being the case. I remember not being able to fall down holes. I remember not ever falling into bogs or water. And I remember not triggering any traps, but I don't... No, you're picking up gold, so...
So, can't be that, although I might just be thinking general roguelike levitating boots, which is the dick move they always pull, every time, guaranteed.
There are so many trap avoidance boots in this game, though. I think there are 3 different types of boots that just make you avoid traps in different ways.
But at least I think I'm getting the proper hang of this game. Even though I just in a really pathetic way.
Yeah. There's no shame in just playing stage by stage just to get to know the stages better, even if you do want to play this mode.
Nope. Gotta hardcore mode it. I think it was called hardcore mode back in the beta version.
Yeah, it was.
Got to feel like a cool gamer when it was called hardcore mode. No, I just feel like some screw up. But
I'm telling you now, though, playing this mode consistently is not going to help you when you get round to stage 4.
yeah, I remember the third set of levels looked like bullshit. I don't know what.
Stage 4 really flips the script on how you'd be playing the game in the previous levels.
What's
It
the
did.
gimmick?
The walls are a lot softer, and there aren't corridors between rooms, so you have to kind of break through walls to get from room to room. So unless you have a really good torch, you don't know what's in any of the rooms opposite until you break through into them. And if you destroy one wall, you destroy all the walls around it. So you can often end up releasing loads of enemies at once. And also the enemies in World 4 have some quite interesting ways of fighting them that I'm not going to go into detail for. You can find out when you get around to it.
Well, based on that one gimmick alone, it sounds like it's going to be massive bullshit to try and play.
Oh, the music's so good though.